I think DDP is going to get smashed. I think it's going to be hard to find 15 consecutive seconds where DDP looks good.
Huh. Well, I think if he can weather the first round, that's going to be a real big test because I think I talked about this stat the other day, maybe on PKN, that like there's this chart of Khamzat's last say 5-6 fights, and his first takedown occurs in under 60 seconds in every one of them, and in like a successful takedown, not a shot, but he opens all of his fights with an open double leg, like he lunges, lurches, and goes for a double leg, and that he works for and keeps going with, even if he doesn't quite sink it like as well as he should have, and gets them down in under a minute in every one of his fights. Dricus is big. I think Dricus is bigger than Bobby Knuckles. What's his name? Robert Whittaker. I was shocked that he beat Robert Whittaker because I thought of Whittaker as like the number 2, number 3 guy in the world perennially. Like just the gatekeeper of all gatekeepers. The guy, I thought of him as the guy who would be champ if Israel Adesanya weren't champ for all those years. And Khamzat smoked him in a way that I'd never seen before. And I like this happens a lot with fighters. Sometimes somebody will win a few in a row and you'll think they're the world beater, and sometimes they'll lose a few in a row and you'll think that they're trash. And neither one of those are true. They just had like a bad moment or a freak thing happened. So I don't know, but I got to say, I'm scared. I'm scared for DDP. I saw them meet and shake hands. They're about the same size, seemingly.
Really?
I didn't think Dricus, and I saw Khamzat and DC outside of a hotel.
Yeah.
And he picked DC up and spun him around 360 degrees.
I do that with 6-year-olds, right? He made DC look like a child.
DC is 300 pounds. And he picked DC up like it wasn't a very big deal. Like he spun him fast and hard, maybe a rotation and a half. Like that. When
DC's
I saw that,
legs are going wild from the centrifugal force, and he
like,
lands.
You don't pick up another man. You don't spin a man
like,
around.
What is this? What like? And he was holding Khamzat like he's like you like he was made of wood or something, right? Like he was recognizing what Khamzat. I know I've seen it disputed, but they're like, that handshake to me, Khamzat looked like you could put his head on top of DDP's, right? He looked way bigger to me. And he was closer to the camera, and I understand how perspectives can trick you. And they showed some other perspective where DDP was in the foreground. Khamzat still looked bigger. I need to see them together fighting, and we'll know.
We'll get the face-off tomorrow, and so we'll see.
But, I can't wait. We're going to the Patreon hangout, right? I told Jackie already. Have snacks.
Of course. Yeah, we're going to be in the Patreon watching the fight this weekend, Saturday night. I'm very excited for it. I need to see where it is. It might be in Abu Dhabi or something, so it might be at a weird time. I'll check. But
I'm gonna check right now.
I don't know who's going to win. I would bet on DDP because I just hate Khamzat. But I am very worried. I think Khamzat is favored. Not a huge betting favorite. Oh, okay, that's about even.
Normal time, I think. Yeah, and I'm putting this full screen.
What is that flag on the right? I know you've told
South
me Khamzat. No, I know left is South Africa, but right, what is that?
That's probably UAE or United Arab Emirates, or it's one of those. It's one of those Middle Eastern countries. Abu Dhabi, or Abu Dhabi's in the UAE, right?
They look.
I think so.
They look really close. I think I give Khamzat a very small height edge, but
yeah, I don't think it's not going to matter.
DDP is so muscular. He might displace more water.
It says he's Russian, but that is not the Russian flag.
Yeah, he's bounced around from a few places. He has.
Okay.
He was fighting out of Sweden maybe for a while. And,
yeah, UAE. You're correct.
And then I think the UAE like bought him essentially. I heard that it's those Saudis who were going to finance the John Jones fight. John Jones wanted $30 million to fight Tom Aspinall, and they were like, "Cool, we got it." And he's like, "Oh shit, well, never mind then. I changed my mind. I didn't."
I love that about John Jones's legacy. He named a price in an effort to dodge Aspinall. They said, "You got it," and he's like, "I take it back.
I retire. I declare bankruptcy."
Did he really? He said, "You give me $2 million and I'll fight this."
30 million.
30 million.
$2 million is the kind of thing that a semi-known star might get in the UFC. Conor McGregor would get like a 10 million, the biggest star the UFC's ever seen. He asked for triple that, and he got it. And then he's like, "Never mind, you can't make me fight him."
And then
damn, so he really is terrified of this guy.
But seems, right after he retired, it's so funny. Right after he retired, that's when Trump said that he wanted a UFC fight on the lawn next July 4th. And John Jones was like, "Oh, I want on that. I am unretired." And Dana White's like, "Nah, we're good. No, we don't. I don't think I could trust you for a big fight like that." And like burnt him publicly. So that's good.
I mean, that doesn't even feel like a burn as much as like protecting your business interests. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna back out. So no, we're not gonna slate you for this.
Yeah. And he's backed out before Chael Sonnen.
I think that's true. The Paramount deal is going to be good for the fans, though. I think I'm looking forward to that. I don't think it kicks in until next year, maybe 2026. Maybe I think that's what I read. 7.7 billion, 7 years. Paramount Plus, if you don't already have it, I think the junior version is $8, and maybe no ads is 12. I really don't know off the top of my head. I have it. I love it. It's got all the Star Trek stuff and some other shit I watch. So that's going to be great for the UFC. The UFC is about to explode in popularity. It's not because before, if you wanted to watch and you weren't going to steal, which I think is a pretty big barrier to entry to a lot of people. They don't know how to steal it or where to go, like what sites. It is a little sketchy. They're not in the Patreon. They're not in our Patreon.
I've only ever stolen UFC stuff.
Yeah,
I've never paid.
They don't know how to do that. So this is going to be huge to have, especially the 4 fights a year that I'm sure will be great cards that will be simulcast on CBS. It's going to bring a whole bunch more people in, because before, like I said, you had to be an ESPN Plus subscriber at $12 a month just for the privilege of giving them $80 for a pay-per-view. And I mean, I'm a big UFC fan, but no thanks. They're not worth $80. You haven't made an $80 card in a couple years. Like maybe once a year there's a card that I'm like, oh yeah, that's $80 worth there for sure. Yeah, you got a Night of Stars, but they don't do that much anymore.
I can't remember buying a UFC card and feeling like it was a good use of my money. The closest, when we watched it at the movie theater, that was good. That was like $12, and I felt like it was well spent.
Of course.
But it's 60, 80 at home. I always am like, now the $80 is gone. It's over, and it just didn't feel like a good buy.
Especially every single one of these Aspinall highlights and finishes I'm watching in these compilations feels like he's trick shotting people, like KOing them. Like he's not. It doesn't seem like he's trying that hard even. And if he just fought some guy named Baudot, Baudot, beat the ever living shit out of him, and like almost seemed like he pulled up at one point and was like, "Actually, I want to try this."
Note one thing to notice is you're going through the highlights. Look at the bottom center at what round they're in. It will say first round every time.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about second round.
Those are all first round knockouts.
Do you know how fucking tough you have to be to have tattoos as bad as this? These are horrible tattoos. He's got like a fucking Sicilian landscape on his chest, and he's beating people half to death.
Yeah, Aspinall's a bad motherfucker.
They're going to ban him in the UK. he's a potential danger.
How are they letting him walk the earth over there? Yeah, they can't have a flashlight too bright.
Taylor, scroll down. There's a column for what round the fight was over. It's like one, 2, 1.
Okay, so he's had 3 fights in his career go to the second round.
When was the most recent?
2021 against Andrei Arlovsky.
Yeah, that guy's a very experienced fighter.
Veteran. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker.
Whoa, this guy's nose is fucked.
He's big. Like John Jones has always been a 6'4", fighting people who were 5'10". and then he still pokes them in the eye and kicks their obliques to try to bend their knee backwards and shit like that. Tom Aspinall is bigger than John Jones, at like significantly taller than John Jones. Like
Forearms
there's
are
that
like
great
legs.
moment. He walks up to John and puts his hand on John's shoulder, and it's like, oh, because you'd never seen them next to each other before, and you're like, oh. And I think John Jones didn't realize because he'd never been that close to him before, and he's just like, hi. Oh no. Yeah, I'm glad that happened to John Jones. I wish they'd fought and he'd gotten smoked. It sucks that they're never going to fight. It's going to be
They still could fight, right? Like John Jones could need that millions of dollars payout and join in.
John Jones just did a reality show where he got the best payday of his whole like professional career. He's fine.
Okay.
He doesn't live extravagantly either. He has a regular house in Vegas. Like,
but he also doesn't he doesn't defend his title, and so that will just naturally okay, so he doesn't have
John Jones might need money because God created hookers and cocaine.
I think he does. I don't think he's into the hookers because every time I see him with like one of his side chicks, it's just a regular looking gal.
They're probably more expensive than hookers.
Cocaine's cheap, you know, like he's good.
Sluts that can't be free.
Dude, I'm watching cocaine or borderline free. Trust me.
I'm watching Aspinall right now, covered in the blood of some even bigger than him ginger.
Yeah,
just destroying him.
He's a nice guy too. He's got a YouTube channel where he's fairly active, just kind of trying to stay relevant. But you know, like he'll talk about what his favorite potato chips are, and content like that. You know.
I mean, this guy's fueled on what? Beans on toast? Imagine if he had like good food, not British food.
He'd be super heavyweight if he was American.
He'd be fat as hell. He'd be strong, looking horrible.
They need a super heavyweight.
Look thin.
I'm annoyed that there's a cap on heavyweight fighters. That like the 265 weight cap is bullshit. Because someone like Shaq is who I'd like to see as my heavyweight.
Yeah. I want to see freaks.
Sure, I would be okay if there was a whole other division for freak fights where you could have like a 7 foot tall skinny guy versus a 5 foot tall like yoked guy
and 2 midgets
and a Reddy Arias. Like I'd watch that, but I also am kind of annoyed that 265 is your cutoff because there's people who can't make that weight. They can't cut down enough to make 265. Who would
Brock
fight?
Lesnar used to struggle.
That's insane.
Yeah. I like that they didn't make gloves in Brock Lesnar's size. They had to special make gloves for Brock Lesnar. His hands were so gigantic.
Yeah.
I remember that being like a little thing my buddy told me in like 2008.
The glove thing?
Yeah, the glove thing where he was like, we were going to my buddy's house to watch. I'd never seen or heard of UFC. And he was like, oh, you know, Brock Lesnar. This guy's from WWE. He's so big, they had to custom make gloves for him. And I'm like, wow, this guy must be a monster. And then it was just him clearly not being as good at fighting as whoever they put him up against, but just being like a mammoth of a man. I remember him on top of his opponent. And I was like, if you were to show me a snapshot of this, I would say this is one man bent over on like the tarp or whatever they call it on the octagon.
Did he win the fight?
No, there was a whole he beat the shit out of this guy. He hammer fisted him in a way that felt disrespectful. Like just beat the tar out of this guy.
Lesnar's legit. He was a UFC champ and he was also an NCAA wrestling champ. Like I think multiple years.
And that's hard. Those guys are tough as hell.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to the fights this weekend. I don't even know what the rest of the card looks like. I didn't care. I guess enough to even look too deep into the card, but that Khamzat fight has me. I've been watching it. I've seen every one of his fights, and I'm always upset watching him. I hate him. I hate him so much. So every fight he wins, just dominantly, just crazy dominantly, and embarrasses my guy.
You should like him.
Then he gets on the mic and he starts screaming about Israel, and
neither of you can grow a mustache. You have that in common.
He's got like a crazy hair lip thing, which just disgusts me. I hate
this is a childhood injury you're mocking.
I know it's a childhood injury. That makes it worse.
Yeah, well then fucking Joaquin Phoenix that shit up.
Yeah, get it fixed.
Sew it up.
He's got those UAE friends. I'm sure they could get that thing sewed up.
Yeah.